What is up, guys? Zeo here from the FallenRedZeo, and today I'm doing a Captain America Marvel Select. So this is really the first Marvel Select figure that we've done on the channel here, and I decided to do it on this new Captain America from Avengers Infinity War. And it's kind of, you know, the Captain America without a country, or whatever they call it, where he gets the shields from Wakanda. So he's got those cool shields there, and so that's based off his outfit, you know, the dirty up style version there. And so I'm a huge Captain America fan. I collect all sorts of Captain America figures and stuff, and so I bought this to go in the collection. And I thought, you know, might as well show off stuff. I buy Captain America stuff all the time, but I usually don't show it on the channel. So I thought I might as well do this one for once, since I, you know, got the figure here and everything. Might as well go ahead and do it. So I'm going to open it. We'll just check out the figure, like in poses and stuff, since we haven't done Marvel Selects. So we'll see, you know, different ability or poses and stuff we get compared to like the Marvel Legends and stuff. And then we'll see, of course, accessories, the stand, and of course the shields and everything. I think it'd be cool to see. So let's go ahead and get into it. So here it is out of the box. And so this is a 7-inch figure compared to the 6 inches we normally deal with and stuff in figures of Marvel Legends, DC Multiverse and stuff. So this is a little bit taller. Of course, I don't have a figure to compare it to height-wise. So that's one difference between the two. It's usually, or they are more expensive. So cost-wise, they do. These Marvel Selects do cost a little bit more, just like $5 though. It is pretty heavy. Usually other figures, you know, are pretty light and stuff unless they're big figures, but he's got like heaviness to him, so it must be pretty solid inside and everything. But let's go and look at it. So here, of course, is the cap here, and so of course, again, how he appears on Wakanda at the end of Avengers Infinity War. So he's got, again, the dirty Captain America costume here, and then he's got the gloves that he gets from Wakanda and everything there. So we've got a look up here at his face. So again, it looks, you know, like the Steve Rogers Captain America, how he has the beard grow out and the hair that's gotten longer. It's not the exact colors, and the coloring isn't really that great on this. Like the whole paint job stuff to me really isn't the best for a figure, but it's not horrible. Like his eye has a little bit of issue and stuff, so it kind of draws away from it. So, and his beard is too like solid brown and stuff compared to like the movie and stuff, but it doesn't look horribly bad, as some figures have for this version of Captain America. His face just isn't a good figure, I guess, to put into a figure form, because it gets messed up quite a bit. But now we'll look at his costume. So of course he's got the classic red, white, and blue costume here. So he's got the place where the star used to be. You can see it's like been ripped off. You can see holes into his outfit there, which has the padding underneath with the blue, you know, texture design on the outside of it. Of course, the red and white stripes there of his midsection, and then of course the blue pants continue on. It's got some red stripes going throughout it, as you can see on his arms and the leg there. And then it's just the blue the rest of the way. You can see he's got some padding. So there he's got like these shoulder pads on, some elbow pads, knee pads and everything there. He's got brown boots on, which of course are all dirty and stuff, and they have all these buckles and everything. And then he's got a belt on there. So he got a belt with the little like silver buckle there, and this looks like a red strap belt, and then it's got some pockets and everything on it. Or I guess it's more of a brown. Looked red in the camera, but more brown. He's got the holder or holster here things on for his shield, usually, that attaches back there. So kind of like this holster thing that wraps around his arms there. But of course he doesn't have the shield at this point, so that's why he gets these from Wakanda. They give him these little like shield gauntlet things, which we'll see more of later, of course. I like this design probably the best for these, because I like the whole claw design and stuff here, and then of course it's got the silver on the top and then black the rest of the way. But they look real small. Then of course we get the bigger version, so I know like in the movie it like expands out and grows and stuff, and so that's what that's supposed to be. But I think this with this design looks the best. Then of course we got his hands with gloves on, which we'll see a lot more versions of that there. There he's just got like his hands completely open and everything for that. Then on the back you can see just blue all the way through to the boots and everything. Let's look at articulation. So for head, of course, head can spin all the way around, as you can see. Does have very limited nod movement, mostly because you can see the back of the hair and the chin and stuff doesn't allow it to move too much. He's got the shoulder joint, which of course is being blocked by this shoulder pad here, but it does twist all the way around, but it can't move up too far and stuff, but it does have some flexion inside and everything. Looks like there would be a bicep twist, but it doesn't twist. I don't know if it's just locked in or if it's just part of the design of the figure. Then it's got a double elbow joint there. Again, you can see the elbow pad and stuff, so his hand does come in pretty close and everything. You can salute there like Captain America does there. He can salute and everything. Then of course we do have the gauntlet that's does kind of turn around because it's just attached on there, which we'll look at in a second. Then of course the hands, which should have some flexion. Maybe it looks like it may be kind of stiff because of the paint and everything, but there I just completely popped it out. But it should have some movement going on in there. You can see kind of it, but it's probably just stuck or something. But I'll leave that off for now because we'll look at it here in a second. So obviously both hands will be the same. It does have an ab crunch, doesn't move a whole lot though. You can see, you know, back and forth there with his arms like this. He always reminds me of C-3PO, just like the bent of his arms and stuff. He'll kind of straighten him out there. But yeah, so he does have a little bit of movement there. He does have a waist twist, but again, doesn't twist a whole lot. I don't know if this figure is just real stiff or if it just doesn't have a whole lot of range of movements, but it's usually covered up by the belt, but the belt is moved down a little bit there. So he's got the belt there. Then we got his hip joints here, so he's got legs that can move that far forward, that far back. As you can see, it's got the different setup of joints. Then it has the additional joint for out to the side. So I do like when the figures have those additional joints, not that they're used really for anything, but it's just additional movement you can get out of them. It's got the thigh twist, of course, you can see there, get those lined up. Double knee joint there for movement, and then it's just got the foot joint here that can flex back and forth and all sorts of movements, which these are kind of weak, unfortunately. And I do have the other Captain America, the like Bucky Captain America of Marvel Select from years ago, and its foot joints are pretty weak on that one as well, so I have some issues with keeping it standing and everything for that as well. So it's pretty much all the movements on the actual figure we will go and look at. So obviously, as you saw in the box picture, it does have these additional shields that it has, so you will switch those out. But one thing I like about these though is they have little parts that stick out. There's not much to it though, it's just there to there, so not a whole lot of movement going on, but I do like it has those additional movements going on in the shield. You can see just it's pretty thin and a weak style of joint. Why is it not focusing? There it goes. So yeah, the movement's not a whole lot there, and it feels pretty weak and stuff. But to do that, you just always have to take the hands off and then pull the gauntlet off, and then you slide the new one on and then put the hands in, which I'll do here in a second. I'll just kind of leave it like that for now. Of course, the additional stuff that he comes with are hands, which I will probably be switching into these fists with the like gauntlets and stuff, either or, whether it be the short ones or the big ones, whichever ones I decide. But he does have two fist hands there, which again, if it would focus in on them, just show off his hands and his gloves. So he does have, you know, some gloves there with some like tan design, so obviously it doesn't mix well with his skin, but it's got that sort of design on top, and it's got some red there on the figure. So he's got the two fists. He's got two open hands, kind of like gripping open hands. This I could see if you want to do like the pose with Thanos, to do like the whole holding of the hand part, where with the gauntlet and stuff that he does in the movie that I pretty much enjoy, where he's got a hold of the hand and stuff. Or then he's got a different kind of open hand where it's got kind of like two fingers out and stuff for additional design there. Again, I don't know what those would be more useful for, like if you had a gun or something, you know, have, you know, more like trigger fingers or something, it would be what that'd be for, but just more open style hand design there. And then the last accessory that comes with is a stand here, so it just looks like a grass ground and stuff, with of course the peg holes that you can stand him on. I tried to get him on, but for like proper standing, his feet need to be a little bit further apart, and this has them way too close, and then the feet, you know, are weak and stuff, so it doesn't really fit too well. So I don't like these. I hate the stands like these. I don't feel they're useful enough, and they're too thick usually. I like real thin stands and everything, but so obviously I do have the handoff, so I do want to put the fist hand in there instead with that. And I want to switch it out. I'll have to decide how I want the figure to look, if I want it to have the big gauntlets on like this, and then of course you have to kind of get it pushed around that little part where this thing slides out and stuff. So he's got the big one or the little one, because I think the little one would look cool with the fist hand as well. So I'll just have to decide which of the designs I like to have more to actually display him with and everything. So obviously that's pretty much it for this character. We don't have anything else to look at or anything with this. Pretty basic character, you know, it's just a single Captain America, pretty basic, not too much detail and stuff. The figures aren't amazing, they're just, you know, a little bit higher quality, I would say. Even though I haven't really seen much into this figure that would explain why it's a higher quality compared to a Marvel Legends. Obviously it's got a little bit of our different articulation, some actual like material stuff like feel and texture to it is different, but beyond that, and then all the accessories like this shield and stuff, which the Marvel Legend did not come with. It had like a a little bit smaller version didn't have this part that moved, and then it was just only one when it should have two, like in the movie. So that was kind of unfortunate. And then it come with a bunch of hands and stuff in the stand. So that's really the only thing I could see the much difference. Of course, 7-inch compared to 6-inch. It's not that great, but I think at least for me, at least it's a Captain America, and I like it. I like the look. It's the whole Captain America design into it, which is all I'm really looking for in a figure of Captain America. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Give a thumbs up on the video. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more videos. And if you'd like to see more Captain America stuff as I get it, let me know in the comments. I would like to show off my collection someday, but just the way I have it set up now, I can't really do that too well. But go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. But I want to thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time.